They said leaving her at the forest shrine ended it. They told themselves the land had accepted her, that the snakes had reclaimed what belonged to them, that whatever followed AKOSUA would stay in the trees. They were wrong. For a long time after she was abandoned, the village of Akyem Nsuta pretended to heal. People spoke louder, prayed harder, swept their compounds every morning as if fear could be removed with dust. The school reopened, desks were repaired, new chalk was bought, and everyone agreed on one thing. No one spoke her name, not because names had power, but because thinking of her made the skin prickle, because remembering her hair made people feel watched, as if something leaned closer each time her name formed in the mind. At first, nothing happened. Weeks passed. Then the dreams began. Children woke in the middle of the night, screaming that something was brushing their legs. Adults dreamed of hair sliding slowly across their faces, entering their mouths, filling their throats without choking. In the dreams, the hair was gentle. That was the worst part. It did not attack. It rested, waiting. People blamed memory. They blamed fear. They blamed the forest. Until the animals started dying. Goats were found stiff at dawn, eyes open, bodies untouched. Their fur lay beside them in thick black clumps, tangled together. When villagers poked the hair with sticks, it shifted. Someone screamed, someone prayed, someone ran. No one went near the forest shrine. No one saw AKOSUA leave it. But she did. Years passed, and when she returned, she did not come as the child they remembered. She was taller now, thinner, her movements slow and careful, like someone listening to instructions only she could hear. Her eyes were the same, calm, empty, watching. Her hair had grown beyond covering. It no longer needed to crawl across floors or slide beneath doors. It traveled differently now, through shadows, through touch, through dreams. When the school announced a new transfer student, no one questioned it. Children arrived and left all the time. But when she walked into the classroom, something shifted. The room went quiet without anyone asking for silence. AKOSUA wore the same scarf, thicker now, pulled tight, bulging in places, lifting slightly, as if something beneath it breathed in sections. She did not sweat. She did not smile. She did not speak unless spoken to. And when she walked past, children moved aside without knowing why. The new headmistress was from the city. She laughed at village stories, wore shoes even when the ground was muddy. Believed fear was a discipline problem. When children complained about AKOSUA, she waved it away. "Fear spreads faster than sickness," she said. Until the morning inspection. She reached for the scarf impatiently. "Remove this. School rules." AKOSUA looked up at her. Her voice was soft, almost kind. "They don't like being pulled." The headmistress laughed and pulled. Something hissed, not loudly, close. That night, her fingers swelled until the skin split. By morning, her neck would not turn. By evening, she could not speak at all. Doctors said stroke. The children said nothing. After that, the touching began again. Small things at first. A boy brushed against AKOSUA's shoulder while passing. A girl leaned too close during group work. A teacher pressed her hand down during assembly. None of them screamed. They only dreamed. The same dream. Hair sliding gently into their mouths, hair filling their ears, hair curling behind their eyes, not hurting, claiming. Students began to change. They sat too still, smiled too long, spoke too softly. When asked questions in class, several answered together, their voices blending unnaturally. "We are fine." the nurse noticed first. She noticed that every sick child described the same sensation: pressure, not pain, control. One night, during dormitory rounds, she found hair wrapped loosely around a sleeping girl's throat. Not tight, just resting, as if it belonged there. She reached for scissors. The hair moved. It slid up her arm, into her mouth. She was found dead at dawn, eyes wide, hands clawing at her own face, as if something inside her was pulling outward. The elders were called. Too late. They recognized the signs immediately. This was not possession by spirits. This was occupation. Hair was the path. Touch was consent. Fear was invitation. AKOSUA stood in the courtyard when they arrived. Children surrounded her, not protecting her, belonging to her. "She is no longer one," an elder whispered. "She has spread." They tried to pray. The children laughed, not loudly. Together, AKOSUA untied her scarf. What spilled out was not hair. It was many things pretending to be hair. Thick black tendrils, scaled strands, smaller pieces splitting and rejoining. Along them, tiny mouths opened and closed, whispering softly. The sound was not words. It was instruction. The children screamed. Too late. Hair leapt, wrapped, entered. By morning, the school was silent. Desks overturned. Uniforms folded neatly. Shoes lined beside beds. No bodies. Only hair. Everywhere. Growing through cracks in walls. Coiling around chalkboards. Rooting itself into the floors. At the center of the compound, AKOSUA stood barefoot. Her eyes were empty now. Her mouth moved as the hair spoke through her. "They are learning," it said. "They are many now." To this day, the school remains closed. And in villages across the region, parents warn their children. If someone tells you not to touch their hair, listen. Because some hair is not decoration. It is a doorway, and once it opens, it does not close.